All right, just making sure everything's working properly. So I was asked to play 8-Rack in Modern, and I thought that that was a pretty interesting idea. 8-Rack is something that is near and dear to my heart as a Lantern Control player, since it is quite similar to how Lantern Control operates. And of course, 8-Rack does feature, you know, all the good discard that I like to play. Thoughtseize specifically, that's just a really good card. I love playing Thoughtseize in this format, and really in any format. But I had to do quite a bit of testing in order to arrive where I was at now. So the problem that I had with 8-Rack is that the rack effects are the worst part of the deck. And that really kind of sucks to say, because I like the playstyle of rack, especially like the old ensnaring bridge type effects. Decks where you had to, you know, lock people out and then slowly drain them out over the course of the game. But not only did that just kind of play like Lantern Control, where you have these hate rocks, but it also just kind of plays like worse Lantern Control. The single rack effect on its own, or even 2 rack effects, is not really going to be enough to make it such that your opponent can actually die. Artifact removal is just too big of a thing in the format now, and you can't really just hide behind an ensnaring bridge for, what, 6 turns while your rack slowly drains them out of life. They can and will find ways to dig out of it. So I decided that a different approach was necessary. After some testing, I realized that the rack effects were actually the worst part of the deck, which kind of sucks to say. But I decided that I wanted to introduce a green splash into the rack decks. And that's kind of how I ended up here. The green splash was for Life from the Loam, which, you know, it's pretty good. It's a good card. It combos with all of your lands and stuff. But now that I wasn't necessarily tied to playing the rack, Shrieking Affliction, Bandit's Talent, stuff like that, that kind of opened me up as to what I could do with the deck. So this deck is very much more of a mid-range, grind them out, drain your resources type of deck. And it's got the creature suite to prove it. So 4 Orcish Bowmasters was just something that I decided was just going to happen. Orcish Bowmasters is just so incredibly good against a huge chunk of the format. It will hit all of those draw discard effects out of the Madness deck. It hits Boros Energy by hitting their Seasoned Pyromancers and their Fable of the Mirror Breakers if they play them. It will hit really a lot of draw effects off of things like Tamiyo, Quantum Riddler. There's a lot of card draw happening in the format, and having Orcish Bowmasters as a way to punish that in a deck that does not play Ensnaring Bridge, so that the tokens can actually attack reliably, seems pretty dang good. So I found a deck that had a couple of other things in it. I found one that was playing 6 and Shieldred the Apocalypse, and I liked these choices, so I decided to keep them in this one. But I went ahead and also added Icetill Explorer. This is a very new addition to this style of deck, and it's a good card. It's really good. Having a additional land drop and being able to play things out of the graveyard in the same breath means that things like Ghost Quarter can become hard locks in the game. And I really want to try that out. So what else do we have here? Well, we've got some things that I've borrowed from a similar deck in Legacy. Those who might not be familiar with how Legacy is going right now, the format's kind of garbage. But in the most recent Eternal Weekend, Loam Pox actually top 8'd Eternal Weekend in Legacy. It was fantastic. And they were not playing a full playset of Life from the Loam. They were playing 2. They supplemented it with some amount of Malevolent Rumble and Witherbloom Command. With Witherbloom Command being a really interesting card that I have played with some success in previous versions of Lantern Control, figured I would try it here to see what's up. And of course, one of the namesakes of the deck, Smallpox. This is really good against a lot of different things, actually. This can snipe a Tamiyo from a more mid-rangey build. It can help reset the board versus stuff like Ocelot Pride decks. And of course, you know, we discard cards all of the time. Things like 6 are going to be okay if you discard cards because it can just bring them back. Ice Tail Explorer allows you to play those lands that you discard from your graveyard anyway. And discarding life from the Loam is kind of just free money. So I'm okay with Smallpox. I kind of like this card. I'm going to try this out and see what happens. I'll get started with match 1 here in just a second. I am on the play in match 1 versus House, I guess. This hand has only 2 lands in it, but it's got a Rumble, a Trophy, and it's got a pretty decent curve. I think I'm going to keep this. I could play off basics if I wanted to. Although this Liliana of the Veil suggests that I probably shouldn't. I will just lead on Thoughtseize off of basic Swamp. And we're playing against Amulet Titan, huh? So I could take their Amulet of Vigor and leave them with nothing to do on turn 1. Might actually do that. Maybe try to race them. I don't know how that's going to work, but we're going to see. All right, they played a mirror pool and passed. And I can actually do something now. I think I will simply fetch a Overgrown Tomb. And I'm going to Rumble here. I found a bunch of good stuff, actually. I think I will take 6. And then just pass. Playing Basic Forest into Malevolent Rumble here. Didn't find much good stuff. And they found an Otawara. I don't know if I should actually dredge Life from the Loam here. I think I will. I'm going to grab Boseiju, Catacombs, and Catacombs. And then I can just start Besieguing their stuff if I want to. I think I'm just going to start holding stuff open. I don't have to worry about this too much. I could just Boseiju lock their deck, make it so that they never get off the ground. And I might actually do that. Arboreal Grazer, huh? I think this is okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. They might be trying to scape shift me. If they are trying to scape shift me, then I'm not going to give them additional mana. Nope, they're just burning it off. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna try and Boseiju lock them, actually. I'm gonna grab Basic Forest here. And I'm going to start using this. Dredge back Life from the Loam. I'm gonna grab another basic land here. I have lots of basic lands in this list. And I can get back Catacombs, Basic Swamp, and Boseiju again. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. I don't think... Oh, I could Boseiju now. Some lists only play a couple of these. I think that Crumbling Vestige is gone. Some lists only play 2 basic forests. And if that's the case, then Besieguing now is actually pretty good. So I will do that. Nope, they've got a 3rd basic forest. That's fine. So that means that they can play Primeval Titan now. I can actually trophy the Titan. So here comes prime time. They've got an 𝗟𝗩𝗪 Saga down. That's kind of terrifying, actually. I think I will end up dredging Loam here. Ghost Quarter is pretty good. Yeah, I'm actually going to get back Ghost Quarter, 𝗟𝗪𝗪, and fetch. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Oh, it's not working. That's interesting. Must have misclicked somehow. So Ghost Quarter can answer the 𝗟𝗪𝗪 Saga. They still have more forests. Oh, they don't have any more forests. Okay. So we are running them out of stuff. And I think I'm going to just wait until I have lots of cards in hand, apparently. I think I'm just going to wait until their draw step to fire off this trophy, and I'm going to hit their Primeval Titan. They do just have something else to do here. Well, that's Primeval Titan. Maybe I should have held up the Ghost Quarter activation, huh? I am going to be taking a hit. And they're just going to try and flood me with 𝗟𝗪𝗪 Sagas, huh? That might work. I think I'm going to dredge Loam again. I hit an Icetilt Explorer. There's a shame that there's not really a way for me to get ahead on tempo here. I think I'm going to just start returning. Oh, wait, actually. Let's go ahead and 𝗟𝗪𝗪 first. And they got nothing. Okay, so that means that I can do this, loan back some stuff. I'm going to play that Ghost Quarter now. And can they activate this twice in response to something? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. If they do, then it taps them out of Shifting Woodland. Yeah, I think I'm not going to worry about it. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So they could activate twice, but then that would just tap them out for the turn. Just gonna let it happen. It's possible that it was correct to Ghost Quarter on my end step or on my turn or something. Oh, they just have a Cultivator Colossus. That's kind of terrifying. All right, here we go. Put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. If you do, draw a card and repeat this process. Here we go. Okay, yeah, that's a lot of lands. That's a lot of lands. I do not believe I have a way to beat this, so I'm just going to concede. That was a lot. Let's see what I have to play against them, huh? I have Break the Ice, Necromentia, which I actually might bring in. I think I will bring that in. And what's kind of bad in this matchup? Liliana of the Veil is actually kind of decent. Orcish Bowmasters, I think, might be pretty bad. I'm going to side that out. If that's the case, then I think I'm going to bring in a Strategic Betrayal over it. Meat Hook Massacre is not great. I'll just bring in more Strategic Betrayals. I'm going to side like this and see how that goes. Perhaps I can get them underneath of a I Still Explore Ghost Quarter lock. That would be pretty good. Okay, I'm going to keep this. It's got a curve. It's got Ghost Quarter if I need it. Oh, wait. Nope. Play your land first, nerd. And, of course, they kept 7. Oh, man. This is a wild hand. I think I have to take the Amulet here. Yeah, this hand is just so much redundancy in it. Just gonna take the Amulet. Beseiju on 1. And that's trophy number 2. I'm going to hold this up. There's no point in Ghost Quartering their Beseiju when they just have another one in hand. Ooh, that is an Urza Saga. That's really good. I could just trophy the Urza Saga. I think I'm going to. Yeah, I'm just going to trophy the Saga. All right, and now they don't really have a path toward getting a big boy down. Not quite yet, at least. I will just start doing Liliana things now. I could make them sack their spawn, which would open Liliana up to being able to sack a Primeval Titan later on, or I could just hold Assassin's Trophy. I think I'm going to plus Liliana right now. I can make them sack the spawn next turn if I want to. Discard that Swamp. I think Ghost Quarter can still be good. Echoing Deeps enters untapped here. They are going to cast that Spelunking. Simic Growth Chamber is coming down. And they returned it to hand. Firing off another Malevolent Rumble. I don't think they're particularly worried. Wow, they hit a Cultivator Colossus off that, huh? Yeah, they are getting started with their engine here. I could Pithing Needle something? Not really sure what. I think I'm just going to plus. Gonna discard that Pithing Needle, I don't need that. Play a Ghost Quarter. I could still potentially win off of the back of a Liliana -6 here. All right, Simic Growth Chamber is coming down again. They picked it up. And I think this is Cultivator Colossus mana. Oh, wait, they might be one short. No, they're not one short. It costs 7. Okay. Okay, here we go. Oh, that was it, huh? Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Amulet of Vigor and Spelunking in play together is kind of a wash. I think I might actually hit the Urza's Cave here. I can wait until my next turn. I don't have to worry about this yet. Yeah, I'm just gonna play that. And I think I will just... Oh, I could... No, that's not in play anymore. Yeah, okay. I think their hand is correct. Oh, wait, no, they played a Boseiju, I think. So I think that's also not in hand. Yeah, I'm just going to -2 here, make them sack that Cultivator Colossus. And I'm holding up this Assassin's Trophy for their Primeval Titan. This is not looking good, by the way. This is seems like it's very difficult to grind through them. Here comes Echoing Deeps. They're having it enter untapped, so that's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 that they have access to right now. And here we go. They're going for the haste line. All right, you got it. I am going to Ghost Quarter your Urza's Cave here. And then I'm going to trophy the Primetime. And they failed to find. That means that that forest, yep, there it is. It's in the graveyard. This would be a great turn to rip an Icetail Explorer. 6, I'll take it. Gonna have everybody discard. Now they still could just have second... Oh, they have their own 6. They could still just have a second Primeval Titan and just completely bury me here. Always a possibility. Likely, actually. And they're tapping out for something big. And it's another Primeval Titan, isn't it? Here we go. Are they going to try and kill me now? They're definitely going to try and do something. They're attacking Liliana. Grabbing Lotus Field. They're not done. They're doing something here. Now, I can get Liliana back next turn if I really want to. If I have a next turn. And I have no responses here. There's no point in me pretending I do. Let's just see what they decide to do here. I'm not going to block this. And I think this is just an aftermath. Wow, words are hard. I think this is just an aftermath analyst loop. Let's see what actually happens here. Pretty sure this is an aftermath analyst loop, because they can keep the shifting woodland in play and then just have it become a copy of analyst. Did they just cast that from hand? All right, so that means that I beat the Cultivator Colossus. I beat first Titan. I was about to beat second Titan, but the analyst from hand, I think, is what did it. I'm just going to wait and see what they actually do here. But I think that they have just infinite everythings now. Yeah, with that Urza's Cave, they have infinite everythings. So they can sacrifice Urza's Cave, go search up a Otawara, bounce 6. Or they can grab Twest, and they can just do everything right now. So Twest can find Summoner's Pact, and Summoner's Pact can find another Primeval Titan, and they can just build a lethal board that way. Eventually, they might find a Mirror Pool and make infinite copies of Titans. That's a real shame. I feel like I had a fighting chance in this game. They just drew their, presumably one of Analyst on top of everything else they had. Just waiting for them to kill me at this point. Okay, they finally started doing the mirror pool loop. And they seem like they know what they're doing. I could sit here for another 5 or so minutes. I think I'm going to choose not to this time. Just go ahead and wrap it up. Move on to the next match. Hopefully we can play against some sort of dirtily blue deck or something. And with any luck, it seems that we have been saved. My hero on round 2 has revealed 𝗟𝗑𝗏 the Orphan Guard as their companion. Unfortunately, this hand is unkeepable. This hand is quite a bit better, but it still needs some help. The Meat Hook Massacre can go to the bottom. Possible that I need to put another land in the deck. Okay, let's go ahead and Thoughtseize you. Huh. Orange Chant, Pending, Solitude, Solitude, Wrath of the Skies. I'm going to take Wrath of the Skies because this hand has Urza Saga in it. That is an extremely blue hand. Or not an extremely blue hand. It's not blue at all, actually. It's an extremely white hand. They're going to hold open like Orange Chant or something like that. And we've got a Malevolent Rumble with no green mana. I would love to get Ghost Quartered here. Oh, they found their island. They're just putting Kahira in hand, huh? All right. Land. That's a Smallpox. That's not a land. Oof, I've got nothing castable in my hand now. I am going to drop Pithing Needle and I'm going to name it Teferi. Am I going to name Teferi? I'm actually not that concerned about Teferi right now, am I? I think I'd be more concerned about a Narset. I guess it doesn't really matter either way, does it? Okay, what is this? Is this a Wrath of the Skies? It's a Wrath of the Skies, isn't it? Yep, here we go. Okay, well, I am just in the complete garbage now. I need to draw a green source. That's not a green source. Okay, they pendinged it. That's fine. Looks like they're going to drop Kahira now. And that is another Urza Saga. You've got to be kidding me. Please just give me a green source. I would even take a Ghost Quarter at this point. All right, Teferi Time Raveler's going to happen. Gonna bounce my Saga. Like, was I supposed to go to 5 with this? I don't think so. Oh, thank goodness, it's a green source. And it enters tapped. Oh man, I play 23 lands in this deck. All right, time for some Loam shenanigans, I think. Actually, no, yeah, it's time for Loam shenanigans. I need to just start doing things. Oh, hey, that worked. All right. I might be able to get off the ground here. It's probably too little too late. Yeah, Narset's coming down now. Consult the star charts, that's scary. And I'm just taking a lightning bolt worth of damage every single turn now. Are they going to chant me? No, actually. I am going to dredge this life from the loam. And I hit stone cold nothing. All right, now they're chanting me. That's fine. Just gonna play yet another Urza Saga here. They've got another Orm's chant, and that land means they have Hardcast Solitude now. I'm gonna create this token even if I'm not blocking with it right now. They're not chanting me again. I'm gonna do this. All right, here's Hardcast Solitude. Going to gain a little bit of life here. I have a nil spell bomb. I'll get that, I guess. Probably should have gotten the Haywire Might, maybe. Oh, geez, though. I can do what? I can play Ghost Quarter and then do nothing. I'm just so far behind. Yeah, that's all they needed to do. I just got screwed on lands so hard that game. I'm not sure that I was supposed to do anything else, but god damn did that feel bad. Alright, well, sideboarding against control. Usually I would feel favored in a matchup like this, I feel, but not now. I might take out my Meat Hook Massacres and bring in more threats. I think I'm gonna do that. Smallpox is not particularly good. I think I'll still run it like this. Yeah, I think this is okay. I don't know if I should be doing any more sideboarding or not, but still. Okay, let's go ahead and play first. Lands and spells, I'll keep it. This is definitely a go to 15 to Thoughtseize hand. All right, so we've got Teferi, Orm's Chant, Solitude, Days Undoing. I think I'm going to take the Teferi out of this hand. Just don't want it messing up with my Urza Saga shenanigans. They did not immediately burn off the Orm's Chant. So I'm just going to do this. Undercity sewers revealed, binning an island. Flooded Strand is down. That is not a card that they had revealed earlier. I'm just going to flash in this Orcish Bowmasters. They F6'd that. Ghost Quarters down. I think I will play that. They're fetching with Flooded Strand here for a Meticulous Archive. They're going to bin another land. They did bin another land. Mystic Gate is yet another land that I didn't know about. I'm just going to create a construct here. But am I going to create another one? I'm not sure. I could convert this Ghost Quarter into a basic swamp right now if I wanted. I could do that. Or I could Thoughtseize them. I don't think I need to Thoughtseize them. I think I'm just going to get my value out of this. Are they chanting right now? They are chanting. Okay, that's fine. Just gonna grab the rack. And I don't think I'm going to drop Urza Saga. I think I'm just going to hold it. If they wrath me, they wrath me. Hollowed Fountain finally coming down, but it's tapped. Tells me that they don't have a wrath. And that's basic swamp. That was a really good pickup. Surgical Extraction on Urza Saga, huh? You got it. That's a card for a card out of my hand. Gotta say, in playing around Wrath of the Skies, I did not play around Surgical Extraction. I could have Enduranced there to keep the Urza Saga in my hand, but frankly, I just think Endurance is better in my hand as a creature. It's just a flash threat right now. Okay, so Swamp, Thoughtseize you. Henge, Solitude, Days Undoing, Orm's Chant. Going to take the Solitude here. Oops. Okay, let's see if you fire off that Orm's Chant now. They're not doing it. I'm not going to fire off this Orcish Bowmasters. Just going to leave it back. Monumental Henge down. And that is a Teferi Time Rattler. I will flash in Orcish Bowmasters in response to that, I think. This means that they still have to use their, oh, they're plussing Teferi, huh? Okay. Yeah, they'd still have to use Orm's Chant anyway, I suppose. All right. Well, that is a trophy that I could cast later if I wanted to. And we finally have the rack dealing damage. Wow, that's cool. All right, Orcish Bowmaster's coming to my hand. Take one. I don't know what they're tapping out for. That's another Teferi, huh? They really need to get this stuff out of play, don't they? And they also need to maintain a relatively large hand size, so they can't just dump their hand trying to answer my board, because the rack is still in play. Wow, okay. Yeah, I'll take that. The rack actually did 2 points of damage that game. I don't know if that was relevant at all, but, you know, it was fun. Do I sideboard at all here? I don't believe I do, but I'm going to sit here and wait for a minute just to make my opponent think that I'm sideboarding. I've got a good hand. I'm going to keep it. It's got lands and spells, believe it or not. And we drew another land. That's fantastic. All right, they surveilled to top off of their surveil land here. Playing an Otawara, holding open Counterspell. I will grab my own surveil land, and I don't think I need a swamp right now. I could Life from the Loam, see if that gets countered. I think I will. If this eats a Force of Negation, then that's gonna suck. It didn't. Okay, I'm going to bin my Overgrown Tomb. Opponent playing the first permanent of the game, Teferi Time Raveler. They are plussing it. I'm going to dredge this. I hit a Ghost Quarter, a Thoughtseize, and a Smallpox. Let's go ahead and loam back. And I could start Ghost Quarter locking them now. How good is that? These decks usually play 4 basics. I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to start developing my own plan here. It's situations like these where I really wish I had Raven's Crime in the deck still. Raven's Crime would be really good here. But I cut that some time ago. And do I just go for the aggro Ice-Till Explorer? I think I might do that. Or I could wait until next turn and potentially get 2 plays from it. Nah, I'm just gonna go for it now. This Shifting Woodland can become a copy of 𝗟𝗟𝗡 if they don't exile it immediately. Oh, they just have a counterspell, huh? That's fine. They are consulting the star charts here. Okay, they are activating Teferi, plussing it again, and Mystic Gate is down now. Okay, I have a Witherbloom command. I could just fire that off. I don't have an instant in the yard, which is what I really want. I think I'm going to fire off Assassin's Trophy now. Am I going to hit that? I don't have a creature in the yard either. Oh wait, no, I do have a creature in the yard. It's the 𝗟𝗟𝗡. That's very silly. So I'm just missing the instant then, huh? Which means that I'm incentivized to cast this Assassin's Trophy. I could take the Teferi and cut off a draw engine, or I could take the Monumental Henge. I think I'm just going to take the Monumental Henge. Get started on the kill their lands plan here. Okay, they're just floating mana. I'm going to make them burn off that mana. See if they, like, flash in a Solitude or something. They didn't. Okay, second main phase Hipster, then. I will just cast Life from the Loam, I think. Bring back Boseiju and a couple of fetches. All right, that worked. And it's the end step Solitude. Or it's an end step Lorien revealed. Yeah, you got it. They're continuing to just plus Teferi here. If they play a land, then that means that they could instant speed Wrath of the Skies for 4. Looks like that's what they're going for. I think I will do this on their end step. I just don't want them having the additional floating mana during my turn. And I'm going to Life from the Loam here. I hit another card type. I hit a couple of other card types. That is a Days Undoing, huh? Okay. I'm going to copy... I could copy Urza's Saga, bring it up to 1 counter, but I think I'm just going to copy Icetail Explorer. And yeah, I know that they could Solitude this. They're probably going to. They did. So maybe that was a bit silly of me. All right, new hand. Who dis? New hand doesn't do much. Kind of wishing I still had all my lands. Could at least cast Liliana of the Veil here. So they successfully broke my Ghost Quarter lock here. They're just continuing to play card advantage. That's just a counterspell. That is just counterspell. Shocking in a Hollowed Fountain. That's terrifying. Maybe they have second counterspell or something. Yeah, I guess we lead on a Malevolent Rumble. I will grab Urza Saga out of this. Actually... No, I'll grab Urza Saga out of this. Just want to guarantee that I have something. Because this Life from the Loam in my hand might not actually resolve. Instant speed Wrath of the Skies, huh? Well, I'll go ahead and make a spawn here. Or sack my spawn for mana. Never even got the chance to tap it for mana. That's unfortunate. Alright, loam it back. Does this resolve? Or does this eat like a Force of Negation? A counterspell would be okay. But they didn't even do that. Okay. Surgical extraction on Life from the Loam. That sucks. That's exactly what they've been wanting this whole time. And suddenly I feel this game slipping away from me. And they found another Narset. Are they going to cast it immediately? Looks like it. That's brutal. Consult the star charts. All right, you got it. Well, I'm going to play the cards that I have in my hand. Which includes this Liliana of the Veil. They're going to counter this, right? They didn't counter it. Well, I am plussing this now. Oh, I think I'm going to discard this Pithing Needle. I don't think that's doing me any good. Go ahead and play the rack. They haven't deployed any creatures yet. Oh, okay, sure. You're going to consult in response, huh? All right. Well, take 0, nerd. They've got the Gaia Reach Sanitarium lock here. And that's Isochron Scepter. And I know they have the Orm's Chant in hand. Yeah, I'm going to wrap it up to that. Okay, well, I lost. I lost that. If I hadn't been so land screwed in the first game, then I feel like I would have had a better chance. And using the Shifting Woodland when I did was just bad. I think it was just bad. I knew that it was going to play into the Solitude, and I knew they probably had one in hand. I should have just held off on that. Oh well, let's go ahead and move on to match 3. All right, I'm on the play in match 3 versus Rash something. Rashek. 1 lander, can't keep this. Goodbye. This is decent. I'm gonna bottom a land out of it and do nothing and cry. At least I'm on the play. I think I'm going to bottom the Overgrown Tomb, actually. And I'm fetching my Surveil land, so there's no point in burning the Verdant Catacombs. That could grab the basic forest. And it's an Ocelot Pride. That's beautiful. All right, Underground Mortuary. I hit an Icetail Explorer, which I actually want to keep. I want to keep that. And I will simply fire off Witherbloom command now. I'm going to have myself mill, and I'm going to kill their Ocelot Pride. Beautiful. Love to see that. I will grab basic swamp. I already have a fetch land in hand. And that's just Goblin Bombardment. Okay. Well, I have the Assassin's Trophy for that if I want to use it. I might. I think for now I'm just going to play Verdant Catacombs and pass. Sacred Foundry shocked in. And that's a Spyro. I think I will trophy the bombardment now. I just really don't want to deal with that. All right, here we go. They're gonna make a couple dudes, probably. Probably, right? They made one dude. Okay, well, I'm just going to fetch. That is an Urza Saga. That is a very good land to have. Okay, Urza Saga. Ice Till Explorer, let's go. And I'm going to play my fetch land. Oh, and I hit a life from the Loam off of that. That's really good. They're surveilling on their main phase. Kept it on top, and that is a static prison. All right, you got it. And they're hitting my Urza Saga. Jeez, that sucks. Okay, I'm officially out of things to do here. I can dredge this life from the Loam, and I think I will. Yeah, let's go ahead and Smallpox now. Okay, I'm going to discard this Nurturing Peatland. I just don't need it. Sacrifice this basic swamp, I guess. And I'm going to Loam stuff back. What can I get? I don't really want to be losing much life. I just kind of want basics. Swamp, Swamp, Urza Saga. Play that Urza Saga as my land drop for turn, and pass. Not a terrible game, play. Although this static prison on Ice Till Explorer really sucks. That's Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Okay, well, I'm going to dredge again. I hit nothing new, unfortunately. Would have actually loved to draw that Witherbloom command. Oh, geez. Nurturing Peatland, Verdant Catacombs, Bloodstained Mire. Bring these cards back to hand. And they do need to get some additional energy this turn, or else Static Prison is going to go away. I'm going to take the hit here. I'm going to fall to 7. Ajani Nakado Pariah's coming down. And there's Ocelot Pride. Alright, time for some tokens. I think I'm going to not dredge. I'm just going to take the draw. That was a good rip. I think I will just create the construct right now, though. It's unfortunate that I don't really have much removal. I could get the rack and start pressuring their life total. I don't think that's going to work. I think 𝗟𝗚𝗓𝗡 might actually be the play here. And I'm going to... Am I going to hit the static prison right now? I'm just going to be getting that back here in a second anyway. Go ahead and hit the Fable. Gain a little bit of life. Exile that. Play a basic swamp, I guess. And we're blocking. Okay, I get Ice Steel Explorer back. They had one good rip. And if I can survive, I will start to get my Urza sagas going. Okay, and they are very much on the math is for blockers plan here. Well, math is indeed for blockers. I'm going to block like this. I'm going to eat this Spyro. I'm going to... oh, actually... Yeah, no, this is good. This is good, because this lets me keep my construct. And they don't have any red permanents in play for when Ajani flips. Oh, I guess I don't get to keep my construct because it's a 1/1 now. All right, oh well. But a lot of their stuff died. Arena of Glory is down. And they can just make some elementals now. And I guess that gives them red permanents so that Ajani turns on. Dang it! Although I guess it didn't matter that much. Okay, well, Ajani's going to take over the game now. I will not dredge life from the loam. I need to hit something really good. That was not particularly good. Just going to play the card that I have. Shieldred's down. I'm losing Shieldred anyway. Yeah, that's game. Okay, well played. They just outgrinded me. Maybe I dredged life from the loam one too many times there. Should have been drawing to outs like Witherbloom Command and stuff like that. Okay, so we are playing against Boros Energy. This is why I have my Fatal Pushes in the sideboard. This is why I have Strategic Betrayal in the sideboard. Stuff that's not particularly good against them. Kind of don't like 6. I think 6 is kind of weak. I think Shieldred might be a little bit too slow. And Liliana of the Veil is not super good. I'm going to keep everything else. I'm going to keep everything else. Okay, I would like to be on the play again. And the hand does do stuff, but only just barely. I think I'm going to play Boseiju as my land and play a 𝗟𝗚𝗓𝗡. Yeah, Yuki, you're probably right. I probably should have cut Loam. Loam's just not particularly good here. All right, I'm gonna Rumble. Grab that Bloodstained Mire. Keep everything else in my graveyard where it belongs. Swing for one, I guess. That's a Ragavan. They cast it with dash, huh? I'm gonna block this. I just don't want them getting off the ground with it. Urza Saga was a really good pickup. Let's go ahead and play that. And I think I'm going to Rumble again. Take an Underground Mortuary. And I did mill a Loam here, which is pretty good. Swing for one again. Yeah, okay. I've got Fatal Push held up here for that Ragavan that comes down, or something else that comes down. They're really thinking here. That's Spyro. Yeah, okay. Lage in the yard. I'm gonna Dredge Life from the Loam here. And what did I hit? I hit Catacombs, Trophy, Bowmasters. Not really that good. I think I'm just going to hold everything up. If they have a fetch land, then they can escape Flage, because it's 5 other cards? Yeah. They don't have the fetch land, but they're shocking in Sacred Foundry regardless. And that's for a Guide of Souls. Ugh, Smallpox just looking terrible against them. Wish I had some board wipes. I have the Meat Hook Massacre in my deck somewhere. Just need to find it. Alright. Here we go. Could have probably trophied their Ocelot Pride. Probably should have. Well, I'm going to create a construct now. Ugh, and they're Thraben Charming my Urza Saga. Alright, sure, whatever. They got the City's Blessing in the middle of doing that, so they made another cat token. Yeah, this is not going very well. This is not going very well. I think my only out at this point is to hope to top deck a Meat Hook Massacre, but then I just died of Flage. I think I'm just going to wrap it up. I don't think I'm going to bother continuing this game. I think I could continue the game, there's just not much of a point. Okay, so what have we shown that this deck is capable of so far? This deck is capable of poorly assembling a Ghost Quarter Icestill Explorer lock. It is capable of not grinding out control and it's capable of not surviving against aggressive decks. On to round 4. I am on the play in round 4 versus Piano. And I guess I'm gonna keep this. Got a lot of expensive cards in it, not a lot of lands. Maybe I really do just need another land, huh? Alright, Verdant Catacombs pass. Gonna Urza Saga into Malevolent Rumble on turn 2, probably. Sleeper Agent, huh? That's interesting. All right, Underground Mortuary. And I think I've got to keep the Boseiju. Okay, I'm going to take 2. Play my Urza Saga. I'm just going to do the same thing that I was planning on doing. Go ahead and swing out. Going to Malevolent Rumble, and I found another Urza Saga. But I also found Life from the Loam. I think I'll take the Orcish Bowmasters. And I'll just pass turn. I really want to know what they're doing. Oh, it's Burn with Sleeper Agent. All right, well, that's terrifying. I think against Burn, I just have to try and get my stuff off the ground quickly. How do I best do that? I think I'm going to... Oh, I wish I had another green source. I don't think I'm going to dredge. I think I want to draw the green source, the black source, I mean, and I did. Okay. Okay, that's fantastic. The hero here is saying that their league is going pretty trash, and I'm saying that mine's doing the same. And I think I want to get Shieldred down as soon as possible. Oh, and they conceded the game, huh? Why did they concede the game? They said in chat, I go 3 bolts, but I am 0-4. You can do something. Oh man, please don't give me the match because you feel bad for me. Oh my god. I wanted to play against you. This seems like it's a fun game. Alright, so this deck is Burn of some sort. I might just bring in Fatal Pushes, although I'm not really sure. Like, I'm not really sure how to sideboard against them. Wish I could have played that game. Dang it. I'm just not going to sideboard. Just going to see what happens. Oh, geez. I can keep Thoughtseize and... What? I can keep Thoughtseize and do what? Nothing, actually. I can do Stone Cold Nothing here. But it's got Orcish Bowmasters and it's got Urza's Saga. I guess I'll keep it. Oh, they revealed Chancellor of the Draw. Seriously? Wow. Yeah. You got it. For the uninitiated, it is a free Lightning Helix. If you reveal it from your opening hand. That's crazy. That is a lot. I think I'm just going to Verdant Catacomb pass. And that is an Eidolon of the Great Revel. Jeez Louise, man. All right, well, I guess I am going to struggle here. Underground Mortuary, find me something good. That's not really something good. I just found Basic Swamp anyway. All right, well, I have to cast Orcish Bowmasters into this Eidolon. I feel like Eidolon is just not that good anymore. Lots of decks have stuff with very high CMC now. They didn't swing because they know. They know I've got Orcish Bowmasters. Honestly, I'm not feeling very good about this. I am going to play my basic swamp and I'm going to pass. I don't have any Shadow Spear. I don't have any Underworld Cookbook. My life gain in this deck is limited to Witherbloom Command. Okay, and I drew life from the loam. Jeez, what does this deck even do, huh? What does this deck even do? Haywire Might, I guess. Life gain. Oh, you know what? That is life gain. Play Catacombs. And swing for 3, I suppose. Notably, you cannot hit Eidolon of the Great Revel with Haywire Might because it says non-creature. Otherwise, I probably would have snapped that off right away. They're really taking a second to think. Oh, they're just not doing anything, huh? Okay. I don't like that. Just gonna not do anything myself either, I guess. Except draw basic swamp. Well, I'm gonna swing out with my constructs and see if that does anything. They don't have to take anything here, so they're not going to. And I think at this point they're pinned underneath their own Eidolon. So I will just hold Beseiju. I'm not going to Beseiju the Eidolon yet. And they need to somehow deal a ton of damage to me now. I really think that they should have blocked with Eidolon there. and they gave it up. I don't think that would have had too much trouble from this point, but also like if they had just blocked with Eidolon and then used, I don't know, some of the burn that they probably have in their hand, right? They probably have some amount of burn in their hand to finish me off, then maybe that would have worked. Man, it's refreshing to see a deck that is even more jank than mine. Oh man, at least I'm playing like expensive cards. Urza Saga, Orcish Bowmasters, Boseiju, Ice-Till Explorer. They're just jamming it up with Eidolon of the Great Revel. I have to respect the heck out of that. Bolt Wave is a really good addition to the deck. Bump in the Night is interesting. But yeah, rough playing this deck into a format that has Ocelot Pride in it and Quantum Riddler. I'm going to move on to round 5. All right, we have been saved by our by our previous opponents and given a chance at recovering half of the entry fee here. I am on the draw in round 5 versus Keku, I guess. What does this hand do? This hand does Thoughtseize, Witherbloom Command, Ice-Till Explorer. I think I'll keep that. Also, congrats on getting Mythic and Arena. That's a really big deal, Yuki. I know you've been grinding on that pretty hard. You've been grinding on it really hard. The hero has landed in Eldrazi Temple. This is terrifying for a number of reasons. And they're doing nothing with it. Okay. Well, I'm going to Thoughtseize you now. Honestly, Yuki, the Zoomers deserve to get destroyed if they can't figure out how ward works. Pay one ward. Pay another ward, counter your spell, although I guess it's Bogle, so it's not going to work that way. Okay, so they have just revealed their hand to me. They kept a 6-lander that has Kozilek's Return, Kozilek's Command, Sire of Seven Deaths, Sowing Mycospawn, Malevolent Rundle. I could hope that they just have a bad run, and I could take the Kozilek's Command, which would cut them off of mana in the short term. Although if they draw another land, then I don't know. I think I'm going to take the Kozilek's Command. I think I'm just going to take it. And if they draw a land here, they draw a land. They didn't. So that means that I can do what? I could attempt to Loam Lock them. Go ahead and grab a forest. Now, do I want to grab life from the loam now, or do I want to just Beseiju them now? I think I'm going to Beseiju them now. Yeah, let's just Beseiju. Oh, and they conceded. I didn't deserve that, but I will take it regardless. Okay, so this is what Break the Ice is in the sideboard for. I think I will bring in Break the Ice, and I actually might side out my Meme Hook Massacres. They are playing green, though, but they had Sire of 7 Deaths. That tells me that they are on a bigger build. I think I'm going to take out the Meat Hook Massacres. It's got lands and spells. I'll keep it. Not particularly good spells, but they are spells. Utopia Sprawl on basic forest. Please let me top deck a Ghost Quarter. Please, 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 please. Yes! Ask and ye shall receive. Thank you. Now they're going to cast Stirrings. Found an Eldrazi Temple. And they played Stomping Ground tapped. I think now I Thought Seize them. I'm going to do it off of a Nurturing Peatland. Yeah, that Icetail Explorer has got to go. I'd love to take the Kozilek's command with it, but I don't think I can afford to do that. Eldrazi Temple down. Kozilek's command is going to cause some trouble. Just gonna play out my cards. I've got a Haywire Might in play now. And they have gotten their mana engine online. That Kozilek's command is going to go a long way towards getting their stuff castable. And they are just firing this off now. There's no way that I can gain life off of this without exiling my own Urza Saga. So I'm just gonna, you know, let it happen. That was significantly less scary than them making spawns. Talisman of Curiosity. Yeah, I don't really care about that. That is a life from the loam. So I could play out this Verdant Catacombs, make a Saga Construct, and pass. Or I could Witherbloom command, kill their Talisman, get back a Ghost Quarter. Or I could Liliana plus discard life from the loam. Which do I think is going to be best? They have access to 6 mana right now, and they have an Ugin's Labyrinth in hand. So if they play some sort of banger, I guess I could... I think I'm gonna Liliana, just because that is the play that uses up this Urza Saga before it disappears. Like, I could make a construct too, but if they play something like a Sire of 7 Deaths, then that's gonna suck. They're fetching now. They shocked in a Stomping Ground. I don't know why. Do they have yet another Kozilek's command? It looks like it. And now they're making spawns and scrying. They put 2 on the bottom. Well, you get to discard. I get to discard. And now we get to the part of the game where this deck is kind of weak. My opponent has all the mana that they need, and they have really, really good top decks. Like that. That's a really, really good top deck. They got a World Breaker in their graveyard right now. Malevolent Rumble is going to come down. Yeah, they're just going to take over the game. Devourer of Destiny is just in play now, or in their hand. And none of this matters. I am going to plus Liliana. Do I dredge Life from the Loam? I don't think so. Yeah, this Icetail Explorer is just complete butts. I don't even think that I make a construct. I think I just need to grab a Nihil Spellbomb here. Play out a Ghost Quarter, I guess. Plus Liliana. Hope to do something. I think Witherbloom Command has served its purpose. They discarded a Devourer of Destiny. That means Ugin's Labyrinth is still in hand. I think I'm going to hold. Just think I'm not going to do anything right now. I'm going to see if they crack this Verdant Catacombs. If they do, then I will bomb them in response. And they're not doing anything. They're being very disciplined about this. They're going to Bajuko Bog me. Right. Yeah, there's just no way on earth that I can get this game sorted anymore. Okay, I'll concede to that. I'll concede to that. Oh, geez, Louise. So I need to aggro them out somehow, or I need to get them in an Icetail Ghost Quarter lock. I think I'm just going to run it back. Like, Break the Ice doesn't even really look that good here. I guess Overloaded Break the Ice might be a little bit good. I don't know. All right, I would like to be on the play. Thank you. Smallpox is just so bad. It's just so bad. I think I need to high roll. I'm gonna mulligan. That's kind of a high roll. I will keep this. I'll bottom basic swamp, I guess. Devourer of Destiny is in their opening hand. I'm going to play my Verdant Catacombs. Still wishing the 6 was an Icetail Explorer. Utopia Sprawl on a forest. I think I will actually fire off Ghost Quarter on that. Yeah, if I'm going to be firing off Ghost Quarter, then I'm going to keep Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize you. Unholy Heat, huh? This is very interesting. I think I will take out of this hand the Sowing Mycospawn and attempt to constrict their mana. I'm going to Ghost Quarter this basic forest now. Actually, hang on. Actually, I can do this on their draw step. All right, let me get my sequencing down properly. Now let's do it. In case they drew the basic forest and the other basic forest in their deck. And they didn't. Wooded Foothills is down. They've already got 3 card types in their yard. This is terrifying. And they top decked a Malevolent Rumble. Oh boy. So that means this 6 is not going to survive anymore. Because they got 5 card types. And they can just Unholy Heat it whenever they want. And they found another Sowing Mycospawn. Okay, well, I think I need to desperately do something else. Malevolent Rumble of my own. I'll take the Seiju. Like, they have the ability to just cast Sowing Mycospawn here. I think they're just deciding on if they want to do it now or if they want to take the risk that they can just do it next turn. I think they're going for it now. All right, here we go. We're doing something. Liliana of the Veil is just absolute garbage here. Jeez. Ghost Quarter. Huh. So I could do what with this 6? Not really much. Jeez, I wish this was an Ice Till Explorer. If this was an Ice Till Explorer, then I Ghost Quarter my own Mortuary. I get a basic forest. I play Ice Till Explorer, and then I have Ghost Quarter lock. But I don't have that. Because I don't have Ice Till Explorer in my hand. I have 6. And 6 just does nothing. I think I'm just going to hold everything open. And they're doing something terrible here. X equals 3. Yeah, I'm gonna Ghost Quarter you in response because I didn't set the stop on my end step, so I can't do it when Kozilek's command is off the stack. Probably should have done that. And I think I need to fire off a Desperation Boseiju here. Jeez, this is not looking good. They scryed 2 top. I'm gonna Boseiju their stomping ground. They're gonna Unholy Heat my spawn token. Yeah, that's fine. Just grabbed another stomping ground. Sure. And now they're going to sowing Mycospawn con queso here. And they're going to make my life terrible. Take my underground. Oh, they just played 𝗟𝗚𝗓 Explorer. Oh, that's terrible. That's possibly even worse. That is possibly just worse. Uggin's Labyrinth out of the yard. At least Emrakul is underneath the Labyrinth. Not that that really matters. I think I'm going to take a draw step here, and then I'm just going to concede the game. Yeah, nah, I'm not going to bother playing this anymore. Ugh, jeez. Okay, so, what a disaster of a league. I'll go ahead and wrap up. Okay, so this deck is not modern power level. It's just not modern power level. Liliana of the Veil is absolute garbage in the format now. 6 is not very good. I think the best part of this deck was literally just Orcish Bowmasters. Smallpox is laughably bad. Like, there were several points where it would have just, taken one of my own lands and taken, like, I don't know, like an Ocelot Pride cat token. Just no. Witherbloom Command, it has some spots, but no. Assassin's Trophy was pretty good. It got me out of a couple of spots, but, you know, you can only Assassin's Trophy once before you start causing additional trouble. What I really wish I had more access to was the 𝗟𝗚𝗓 Explorer Ghost Quarter lock. If I could just consistently, on turn 3, 𝗟𝗚𝗓 Explorer Ghost Quarter twice, then this deck would be a lot better. And maybe that's a synergy that we could explore in a different deck. But this, it's not modern power level. I won 2 games out of 4 competitive matches. And the other match that I actually won was given to me. It was literally handed to me on a silver platter. It's just, no, this is not it. I feel like it might need another land or 2. Even with that problem solved, it's just not a good deck. I hate to say it. I'm possibly going to be playing a different version of this later, one that focuses more on the 𝗟𝗚𝗓 Explorer side of things. But frankly, it's very difficult for me to justify playing something like this when I could just be playing Amulet Titan instead. So I might be doing that again. I have said I'm going to be playing Amulet Titan. I don't know. The deck style just doesn't suit me very much, I think. I'll still try it. Still probably going to be doing decent with it. Maybe not decent. But I'm certain that even Amulet Titan in my clumsy, incapable hands is going to be better than this pile. Oh, jeez. I did not have that much fun playing this. I hate to say it. You know, I do have a little bit of extra time. So give me just a second. And maybe I will be able to boot up a Lantern League as well. I'm going to take about like 10 or 20 minutes or so. And then when I get back, I will start a lantern stream, actually.